WSTKS-FM Worldwide, digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. Well, hello yet again, everyone. Professor Schwartz here in the WSTKS-FM Worldwide studios with the usual mug of coffee and my sidekick, Onyx the cat, hanging around on the back of my desk chair with his forepaw on my shoulder. Which must mean that it's time again for another short podcast to assist you in your digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. Now, has anyone ever told you to be more proactive? And what do we mean by the term proactive anyway? Well, being proactive means thinking ahead, taking control of, and responsibility for your coursework and related activities, whether that is face-to-face, hybrid, or online, without blaming other people or things when unforeseen circumstances arise. So how can you avoid that and be more proactive in your independent and collaborative activities for high school, college, or university coursework? Here are 9 ways you can become more proactive in your coursework. First, realize that being proactive is all about the choices we make. We can choose to start preparing for an upcoming exam or team project 2 weeks before the date, or we can choose to leave things until the last minute, creating considerable stress for ourselves and possibly other people too. The first step to being more proactive is to choose to jump on upcoming independent and collaborative coursework right away. With that in mind, here comes suggestion 2. Look over the syllabus, assignment, or project prompts carefully one more time. Do you still have any questions about what is covered, expected, or when something is due? Then ask your instructor or student learning teammates ahead of time. Minimize the potential for anxiety, stress, and drama, and avoid waiting to ask for clarifications until a day or two, or even the night before, something is scheduled or due. Next, think ahead, plan carefully, and be meticulous about it. I cannot stress this point enough. Organized, careful planning is the key to success with your coursework and in later life. With methodical planning in mind, fourthly, set achievable, concrete, and focused goals when it comes to your independent and collaborative work for the course. Look, we all have big things that we hope to achieve in our lives, work, and studies. But sometimes it makes better sense to start small and work our way up to the big stuff. So, be realistic when determining what you need to accomplish, when, and how much you can accomplish in a reasonable amount of time each day before the next quiz, exam, paper, or project completion date. Fifth, make a list of all larger and smaller tasks, assignments, projects, and, if your instructor includes them as part of course assessments, quizzes or exams coming up this semester. Remember to include dates when everything is due. Keep your list handy, refer to it often, and check off things as you complete them throughout the semester. Tip number 6 is this. Aim to accomplish at least one task each day that relates to your independent and collaborative work for the course. If tasks are small and you can nail more than a couple of them in fairly short order, great. But take care not to underestimate the amount of time you might need. It is always a good idea to build more time than you need into your planning. And hey, if you happen to finish early, well done. The 7th way to become more proactive about your coursework is to minimize distractions. I've talked about this point before in other podcasts and contexts, but it is a point that's worth repeating here. Be purposeful with your study or work time. Make sure the TV is off, your phone is put away, preferably in another room, and tell the people you live with that it's your study time now and please not to interrupt unless it's absolutely necessary. If you plan to work in a public setting, such as a library, make sure that you are in a no-talking zone or reserve a private room ahead of time. The 8th way you can become more proactive with your courses is to reduce the potential for stress by planning for occasional breaks. We're all busy and under pressure from our various commitments, so make sure to set aside enough time each day to release stress through physical activity, meditation, writing in your journal, binging on your favorite new Netflix series, or something else that brings you pleasure and joy. Occasional planned downtime helps you return to schoolwork refreshed and ready to get the job done. Finally, step 9, take action. No matter how small a task might seem, the important thing is to get started without delay. Forward steps with any course-related task, or indeed in much of life, are how to succeed. Avoidance when it comes to forethought and mindful planning usually will not get you where you want to be when it comes to solid grades now or in the real world after graduation. Take steps now to become more proactive in your schoolwork and personal life. And that concludes this podcast on the 9 ways you can become more proactive in your coursework. Thank you for joining me this time and every time. I'll see you in class, online, or during Zoom office hours if you drop by with a question. Have a safe and productive week in the meantime, everyone. With special regards from Onyx, the cat what am. So long, everybody. You've just heard a podcast from WSTKS-FM Worldwide. Digital collaborative learning for the 21st century.